Hey everybody, Chris Cop here. Welcome back. Thanks for watching. Definitely thank you for all your support. All right, the spider. I finally concluded this. However, of all things, I forgot to turn my mic on. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls. All right, this is what I get. I usually will mute my mic, and I got to stop doing that at the end of live streaming because when I start recording, I subsequently forget to check things, and I should have checked it. But I'm going to be narrating over the narration of this. At least the game audio was captured, but my voice wasn't captured during it. But we'll make do for these next 3 episodes because I am not going to reshoot them. Plus, too, it's some pretty good action. So, all right. Enough of that stuff. So, the business side of this. I am Chris Cop. I'm a real police officer playing video games and talking all things nerd. I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon for instant notification. As well as there's a lot of information down in the description below as far as our socials. Discord, you're going to want to join me on Discord if you want to co-op Ready or Not and other games with me. We have a merch store and we have channel memberships. All right, let's watch the spider, or I'm going to be watching the spider as well as I edit this. And let me know what you guys think. All right, here we go. Okay, so unfortunately, because of the mic problem, which was 100% on me, I'll be narrating this after and trying to think about what I was saying during that particular time. Now, I do know on this particular, I was actually talking about that there's always someone to arrest there, but on this particular one, there was not, so that was a bit surprised for me. So instead of going around to the other side, I wanted to utilize this door. And subsequently, it allows us to not have to go to that open area, which is really, really dangerous, and work our way around. And you'll see how this panned out for us. Now, banging this room has its pros and its cons. Because sometimes there's people in here, sometimes there's not.
Block the door. Wedge ready.
That's all you got, officer?
Now, once again, I like to wedge doors because a door wedge acts as an operator for me. Now, one of the lessons I learned on this particular mission was the simple fact of I should have wedged that front door. And you're going to see in a few minutes the reason why.
Obviously, I came at a bad time.
So we're going to utilize this side door.
Shoot the lock, then clear.
In position.
Now, some people have commented, why do I shoot or basically that? I couldn't even think of it. Ready or Not is all about the element of surprise and overwhelming your AI suspects. So this is how you win the game. This is how many people will get that S rating. I don't even like the S rating thing. I will sometimes try with people, but
put a jam on that door.
For this series, I'm probably not going to be doing that.
Wedge is ready. Split the door. I'm on it.
Door's good.
You're in my way, sir.
Out of the way, sir.
Blow the door and use flashes.
Now, here's another thing. I read a comment the other day saying, "Oh, he's always standing in the fatal funnel." Now, see, here's what I'm talking about. Where did she come from? So I'm like, now I'm torn here. It's like I got this operation going on right here, and we have an OIS going on, but I can have an OIS right behind us if I don't deal with this problem here. So obviously, if we had more operators, we could all go towards the female. The rest of the team could deal with the OIS situation of this. I still got more OIS going on. Now here I should not have done this. I am checking on our people to make sure they're okay, but I got to go back and deal with this situation. And I don't know what's on the other side, so I'm not going to pull any of my operators. Now, honestly, I don't think I noticed that the front door was open. I think I forgot I had closed it, when I'm remembering correctly, because I shot that video last night.
See those hands? Put your hands down on your goddamn knees now. Get on the ground now. Hands on your head now.
Now, I think the devs at Ready or Not had her reaching to see if you would shoot because she reached behind her. That stuff really does happen in law enforcement. So, good for them, because we do take that little bit of time and give the person that opportunity to see. And yes, there are bad stories of people getting shot for cell phones and that type of stuff. But once again, I can't speak for that. I can just speak that I've had people reach. I give them that extra second or two to comply, and then we go from there.
Let's try and wrap it up quick, all right? I'm a busy guy here. Lots of talent coming through these days.
So once again, what I was going to talk about was some people have talked about me standing in the fatal funnel when I'm giving orders. Here's the thing, is that if you play Ready or Not, the problem with it is that you got to almost stand in front of the door to get that menu to come up the right way, because sometimes it just doesn't, and that's my experience. Now, standing in the fatal funnel technically means being the actual funnel itself, like being in the doorway. No one can get around you. That's the true definition of fatal funnel. But yes, standing in front of the doorway, yes, it can be technically the fatal funnel, but guess what? You have to go through the fatal funnel to go through the room. So fatal funnel means is like you're blocking it, you're standing in front of it, you're not letting any operators help you. And I'll be honest, see here, here's
Dock to entry team. Stabilize them and we'll stand EMTs.
pack reload because I shot some rounds, so want to always enter or keep moving through a room or moving through an operation with full full mag. Now I decided to wedge this because I'm tired of people coming up behind us.
Hey, you're seeing your officer.
I'll be honest, this whole front room was a little challenging.
Hands on your head, do it now!
There's legal documents. Try not to snoop around too much, eh, guys?
So due to the size and complexity of this situation, we would be leaving operators in this room as the rest of the team moved through the building.
On me, move.
Behind you.
Down on the ground! Hands up, do it now! Police, get down! Turn around, don't get up.
I remember saying to myself, oh, I already arrested you one time.
We have a civilian in custody.
Element, this is Doc. Keep going.
Blast it with a shotgun. Clear it.
Into position.
Yes, this leads to the outside.
Let's go! Opening on the right.
Opening on the left.
I got nothing. Provide support on me. Got your six.
Now, intelligence, and I should have also realized that, would have told us that that was the outside. We would have definitely have not done anything by opening that door. We'd have kept that door secured, but most likely our outer perimeter would have been there anyway, telling us blue on blue.
Need you to slide over.
Now I'm going back out to see if I can get the shooter to shoot at me so we can at least see where it was coming from, but...
Post up left side. Copy. Use the shotgun and clear. That's affirmative.
What am I doing?
Let's switch.
So the one thing that I have a problem with is when the breacher breaches. the breacher would shoot the locks off the door, or shoot the hinges, and then subsequently would move, and the number 2 would move in. So sometimes even the breacher, because the breacher always comes up with cover, the breacher and the cover would go ahead and take care of that, and allowing the operators to flow in nice and easy. So we see a suspect here. I was trying to get a shot on his arm, but the game would not allow me. See, it put me up in the high ready, and I kept kind of back up here. It was a little frustrating. So eventually I think I have to shoot, and we'll see here. And that brought order to chaos, which makes things a lot nicer, right?
Look, I scope for talent, do some casting, pictures, you know, and that's all.
The game would not let me report his death, but you see his right arm. A little surprised to see his right arm like that, because a lot of people have talked about that through the console version, that they have toned down the violence. So, a little surprised.
I'm not doing anything.
Down on the ground! Hands up! Down on your knees! Turn around and stay still. Stay here.
This is fucking crazy.
Entry team to talk. Civilian cuffed and ready for trailers.
Doc here. Trailer's on the way.
The kind of future I wanted.
So we still have rescue all civilians.
Without this, we'll lose everything.
You found nothing except a simple talent agency.
Let's do it.
How'd you believe me? I didn't want to come here.
Fall in behind me. On you.
Now, the one thing I would like about this game, because it comes by in 3 missions from now, is I would love that there was a menu option for us to always have our gas masks with us. You have to equip that mission specific, and the problem with that is that that's not reality. Our gas masks are always with us. We have a specific bag, depending on the operator. Will depend on where they carry it. Some operators carry it actually on their vest. Some carry it on their battle belt. So that would be something I'd like to see, where you just, like, you know, with the MVGs, you just got to press the button, and there you go. You have your gas mask with you. So that way you could have your operators actually carrying gas. Gas is one of those things. I did a tutorial years ago, I think, when Ready or Not first came out, the difference between flashbangs and gas. And there's some stuff with gas that we got to take into consideration when we're using it. Well, the whole entire flashbang and gas and not beanbag. Well, beanbag, but oh my gosh. Well, anyways, there's some calculations that are done. We look at room dimensions, all that type of stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to get a good friend of mine, his name is Craig, to at least be on a Zoom call where we could ask him questions about being a, you know, the gas guy and all those calculations and stuff like that. He'd be great for the, you know, just that Q&I for us. Now we're doing our secondaries. I believe we have one more person that we're looking for. Well, I don't know at the time.
Some rooms are private, just so you know.
Got him. Suspect bringing it safe. Good to go.
Now, technically, we would not be searching like this unless we knew we had a true code 4, which we don't, because here's a prime example. We have somebody who's wandering around. We don't know if they're suspects, victims. And there we go.
Civilian is good to go.
Keep going. Talk here. Great work. Keep going.
So obviously we do not have all the evidence collected. So at this point in time, I'm going to have my team search.
For any contacts.
Desks. I'll get it. Got tables and desks.
What did I do?
Checking the table.
So if I had to guess or give you what is my opinion on the difference between how many flashbangs have been deployed as opposed to gas, I would say we have deployed more flashbangs than gas ever. Gas was usually not deployed via an operator. We would usually put a gas canister in to saturate the entire room, the entire house. So that's really, those are really my experiences when it comes to gas mostly, where then the gas guys will go ahead and do their calculations and so forth. So there we go. And an A it is. Okay, so you can see that there was, I made quite a few mistakes. I will own that. Well, in real life, first of all, where our breach point would be at, operators would remain there, as well as there would be so many eyes on our breach point. From the command post to the operators that we leave behind, Thames, Sniper, all those people. So the breach point on this is, so obviously people can come up behind us and that type of stuff, but in reality, we have that perimeter, the inner perimeter, that outer perimeter that would be watching that. So there's our, that's kind of the first issue. But to deal with that, I always say use the wedge. Go ahead and wedge that door if you can, if you didn't blow the lock off of it, and then that way people can't go around you. You could see the problems that happened. That first big room was a problem for me. I had to decide on which direction we were going with. As you can see, it did work out. Now, there is no right or wrong direction. You can go right, you can go left. You just got to make sure that you're searching all the rooms. So you play the way you want to play. Now, here's the thing with Ready or Not that I've learned. First of all, I don't like using Optiwan. People ask, why don't you use Optiwan? Because Optiwan does not exist. We don't use Optiwan. If you go to my Instagram, you go to my the community channel for YouTube, and you'll see pictures. I have uploaded real life pictures of some of our equipment that we use in action. So as a matter of fact, I will be talking a little bit about mirrors in the future. We usually pop open the door, put the dog in, put a mirror in, and then we'll go ahead and, try to get our corners, all that type of stuff. And then the team will make entry. This is something that is very methodical, and we take our time at it. Now, do we just train and go from room to room? Yes, we do. That's when you have the hall boss. You got open door left, open door right. People are stacking on doors, pinching to make sure you got two behind you. Boom, you go in, and whatever that first person entering does, if they button hook, they crisscross, the next operator behind them will follow suit and do what needs to be done. So everything does rely on the first person. Is there a right thing about button hooking or crisscrossing? No, there's not. Do you run the walls? Do you go center of the room? Those are all just aspects that as that person enters the room, they're the first one that decides, and then everyone else follows suit. So there are no wrong things. Now, some teams will train, we're going to run the walls. It's also dependent on the team, what the team subscribes to. So with that, I found is that the best way to beat this and have less casualties is blow the locks off the door, not using C2. Going back to Optiwan, I'm sorry, we don't use Optiwan. So that's where that conversation was going. Now, what about C2? Even your big teams are not blowing things up because of the liability factor. Do we have it as an option? Yes, we do have it as an option for an HR team. Most small teams don't have it, and if they need it, they're going to call the big teams. And for us, that would be LAPD, LA County Sheriffs. Now, so C2. So I don't utilize C2 during gameplay. So those are the two things. So I use flashbangs. You see I rarely use gas, and it's just because I don't want to say I'm not familiar with gas. We use gas, but gas was very, very limited. And that is just one of those things that, is a reality. And even flashbangs today are limited. We used to throw flashbangs like no tomorrow in the 90s. Not so much anymore because of the injuries that have happened to people over the years, not to the operators, but to the civilians that have been inside rooms. So we're very cautious, or at least I can say some law enforcement is very cautious. I can't speak for the entire profession across the United States, 950,000 police officers. I don't know how many SWAT teams are out there, but the National Tactical Officers Association, NTOA, does caution us on the use of flashbangs, as well as CATO, which is the California Association of Tactical Officers. So that's where we're at with that. Now, in this, though, playing ready or not, you can't use real life tactics per se, because there's just a lot of missing things that we're doing today. So ready or not is kind of that mesh of it's new, but the tactics are still older, if that makes any sense. And with that is that you got to overwhelm the AI suspect. So breaching the door, throwing a flashbang in, overwhelming them with smoke, will usually help you to finish the mission. So that's my philosophy on this. And I try to explain why I'm doing stuff as when I can remember and what we would do in reality sense. So I'm even thinking about going back and taking some of my gameplay and talking about some of my gameplay on what is real, what is not real, and what is purely gameplay. So, but that is a project later on. Not for now. I just want to get through the entire game and all the missions and all the DLC. So, all right. Well, that's enough for me. You let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you have any questions or comments, throw them out there. And I think that's about it. So, hey, thanks for joining me on this episode of Ready or Not for the Xbox. And having a good time. And I'm loving the community. And thank you once again. You can join me on my Discord. A lot of information and socials below. As far as my social media, Instagram, ChristaCop1. You could see personal photos as well as some of my stuff from my police officer days. My very active police officer days. It's kind of slowed down these days. And there's a whole history behind that as well. But all right, take care of yourself, take care of one another. We can make the world a better place by just helping one person at a time, and that could be the simple smile, a nice comment, or just a nice gesture. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is Chris Cop reminding all of you, peace, and keep your head on a swivel. Take care. Love.